happy pooping into existence once again. Today we're playing Virche Evermore EpiC Lycoris, which is the sequel to the first Virche Evermore game. So if you haven't played that, there may be slight spoilers for what happens at the end of those routes. So be warned, be prepared. I'm really happy that we got a translation for the second game in the series so we can see more of what happens. I'll go with the usual name. Don't feel too much of a need to change it. I normally leave it the same as the character's name anyway. Oh no, just in case I will mute the music. I apologize. They're doing the opening cutscene. I really like the characters in this game. It's just the world has like a bit of a darker tone than other games in the Otome genre, I find. But the story is very interesting, so I think it's worth reading. I still haven't finished the full first one, so there may be spoilers for me too. Oh, the art is so cute and pretty in it too. Everyone looks so beautiful. I do love the style so much. Look at them all. I guess first spoiler is everybody's kind of alive. I feel like that was questionable in the first game. But they're still here. Thank goodness. The rest of the cast, happy to see them. I'm excited to see all the pretty CG art. The song is really pretty too, but like I can't have it on. Oh no, what's going wrong? I'm worried by some of these scenes. Please, no more suffering for them. They've had enough. Let them have some nice time. This makes me want to go finish all the first games so I can see what happens. So pretty. There's the voice cast. Thank you all for your hard work. And the starting screen. Alright, I think I can give you guys back your sound privileges. You're welcome. Sorry about that. I had to. Oh, which story do we begin with? Okay, they have quite a few sections. I believe interludes is probably the best place to start. Oh, there's so many different ones. Wait. Oh, they have a lot of different ones. Interesting. I didn't realize there were so many. Let's see, what will we go with first? I guess maybe the morning after where everyone's gathered. That feels like a good place to start. So I think I'll go with that one. And it shows the whole gang too, so we get to see how they're all doing. Morning. I was dumbfounded by the sight before my eyes. Last night, in order to capture the serial killer Boru, we know him from the first game, a killer who's ruthlessly terrorized Cheddars. Victims are found with a dagger stabbed in the cavity created after their hearts are removed. We began living with the corpse leader adult to prepare for the operation. I was participating by being in charge of the daily chores. Our base of operations was a doll's house at the outskirts of town. In other words, I ended up living with a doll. A day after everyone sipped on their drinks over a good meal, are we getting a little extra bonus stories of what happened? So dizzy, I can't get myself to stand. My head hurts. Guess I had more than I could handle. A dolphin of us were swaying to and fro, and as for Cyan, he was lying down on the sofa without a hint of movement. Don't tell me. It's a hangover, alright. I never thought liquor could sit in you overnight. I did have plenty of water ready, but it seemed they couldn't avoid the hangover after collapsing where they stood. Who are you saying is having a hangover? I'm simply sleepy, that's all. It's completely different. It's rare to find someone who can express what it means to have a hangover. I'll get water. I'll get one of the rooms ready. We'll have whoever hit hard sleep there instead. Who's the chosen one? Matthias and I ran about in preparation for D3. Lucas was pitching in by moving the open bottles from last night. By the way, are you alright, Lucas? I'm quite fine. I just made sure not to drink too much. That wasn't too much. Matthias frowned a bit as he recalled how Lucas opened over 10 bottles just by himself. I guess everyone is affected differently by liquor. Seeing them made me concerned about how I would react to alcohol in the future. I doubt we can talk about operations with the tree in that state. Then again, we were planning on taking a day off today, so perhaps we can spend some idle time today until the night. I guess. Sirs, do you have any plans for today? I think I'll keep watch over these three. I can prepare for dinner once the sun goes down. If that's the case, let me help. It's my way of saying thanks for the great meal yesterday. I'll help. It will be quite a burden to take care of 3 grown men by yourself. I see my plans for today was set. Thank you very much. This helps a lot. I'll check on the 3 of them in a bit, but what should I do first? Ooh. I know if this choice makes a difference, but I guess prepare some food? It's something that can easily digest. I stood up and headed to the kitchen. Is this how you're supposed to be using knives? Matthias? Someone was already here, layering at some vegetables with a knife in a hand. Aksys, are you planning on making something for everyone too? Yes, you too, Matthias? Yes, I heard soup works wonders when someone is sick, so I was going to make some, but... He glanced over at the cutting board, covered with the strange cuts of vegetables. I don't cook often, so things haven't been going so well. I'm sorry to waste so much food here. Come now, no need to apologize. I sincerely responded to his apology from my heart, not just to make him feel better. We just need to cut them smaller. It's actually good, as the smaller the cut, the easier they are to digest. If they're cut small enough, they'll be soft enough to drink. Really? Yes, I'm glad you got things going by cutting those harder vegetables for me. If you don't mind, how about we make some soup together? Of course. I hope I can be of help. You'll be of plenty help, don't worry. We can help each other not to fail. I carefully watched Matthias as he held onto the knife's handle in a somewhat haphazard way. We began finally chopping the vegetables so they could be consumed easily. We just need to add the final touch and done. Wow, looks amazing. I can smell the gentle flavor and the aroma. Matthias looked down at the warm piping soup with joy. I never thought cooking would be this fun. I got the recipe remembered now. I think I'll make some for Jean next time I'm at home. I'm sure Jean will be happy. I hope so. It's really fun being with you, sirs, since I get to try hands-on things I've never done before. If you don't mind, can you teach me more about cooking? Yes, I'd be delighted. We've become a teacher. I don't think I have any right to be a teacher. I can barely cook. We finished the soup and took it to the others. We made sure they ate it and then headed back to the main room. As the sun set and dinner was served, the 3 finally recovered from their hangover. Today marked our 2nd day of living together with another fun dinner party, or so I hoped. Assuming we're successful in luring out Boro, I believe he'll make his way into this alley. It will be very tight. I'm sure Boro would have a hard time swinging his weapon. Yeah, if he uses this place as an escape route, we might lose him for good. I'll prepare some tranquilizers. Just shoot them at him once he enters range. I can take care of that. I'm pretty good at throwing knives. Everyone's taking sips of their drinks as they talked about their plans to capture Burl. You can leave the fighting to me and adult. Fine and Lucas, can I ask you to protect her should anything happen? Why, of course. I have no intention of allowing any harm to come to my dear student. Truth is, this is the easiest role. Don't say that, you're the one who came up with this plan. That aside, are you really serious about all this? You're just sitting on my sofa like you own the place. I brought snacks for everyone. You must be hungry from all this discussion. Please help yourselves. Oh, thanks, sir. It's perfect timing since my stomach was just growling too. If you don't mind. Thank you very much for thinking about us, but it is quite dark already. You don't have to force yourself to stay awake with us. It's okay, I'm wide awake and can't fall asleep anyway. As if that's the case, bring me some water. Like I said, stop acting like you own the place in front of the actual owner. Similar to yesterday's dinner, everyone was as loud as ever, even while talking seriously, which brought a smile to my face. I know Boro is a formidable enemy, but no matter the situation, I'm sure things will be alright as long as I'm with those I can be myself around. Strangely enough, I believe that as a fact. Really, I was blessed to be with them despite my being dead. I hope that we were able to resolve the incident plaguing us, and I pray that those who had seen me for who I was as Sirius could return to their normal lives. Aww. I guess we're getting some sneaky behind the scenes. I like it. Okay, so next one, let's see. We have many. There's so many. It's quite a long list. I will do this one next. Her heart beat against his back. The heroine is helping Lucas as a teacher's aide. One day after playing tag at the orphanage, she falls and twists her ankle. Let's check it out! Although I did play with the children at the orphanage. Ceres, might I suggest that you assist me with my work as a teacher's aide? Before helping with Lucas's work, I hadn't played with them in a way that left me so tired. I knew I needed to have more strength if I were to play with energetic children all day, but... Right, as I had that thought, a sharp pain ran through my ankle. Huh? What's wrong, Ceres? Lucas turned back to me as I stood in place. I'm sorry, Lucas. My ankle suddenly started hurting. Your ankle? May I take a look? Yes. I don't think it's anything serious, though. Alright, Doc. Give us a... give us an examination. Let us know. Are we dying? Stand on a nearby bench. I was about to run my fingers over my ankle to see how it felt. Please excuse me. Before I could, Lucas knelt down and gently touched my ankle. Well, Lucas, please be a good girl and stay still for a moment. It would be terrible if you were very injured. Lucas's slender fingers gently brushed across my ankle. Every time they did, he'd spread across every spot he touched. Why do I feel so nervous? I felt a bit ashamed, as Lucas was simply worried and trying to help me. It does feel a bit warm. Could it be that it's sprained? Huh? Only he wasn't from my emotions, but just a symptom of my injury? Could it be from... Ouch, I'm sorry I couldn't support you properly. Ceres, are you hurt? I'm fine, you kept me from falling, thank you very much. Was it from when I tripped while chasing after the children yesterday? The onset of pain might have been delayed to an extent. Lucas must have come to the same conclusion as he stood with a troubled look on his face. Please forgive me, it was because I didn't catch you properly. No, that's not true. In fact, I got away with just a sprained ankle because you caught me. But I think I'll have to take my time walking with this pain. Please go ahead and head home first, Lucas. That will absolutely not do. To leave not only a precious student of mine behind, but an injured woman at that, is something I could never forgive myself for. But if you were to walk with me, you would be home considerably late. That's quite alright. I don't have any other business elsewhere today. How about we just take our time here until your pain recedes? Lucas smiled gently as he sat next to me. Lucas, thank you. Hey, you have no need to thank me. I wanted to spend some time with you. Aww. I know this might be an inappropriate time to ask since you were just recently hurt. But do you like helping me with my work? Yes, absolutely. I didn't hesitate to nod my head in response to Lucas's question. Not only am I able to help the children with their studies, I feel like I'm learning so much from them too. That's great to hear, it's true. To present your feelings with honesty, to not be swept up by the pace of those around you, and have your own way of thinking. There are several things such as those that we can learn from children. Lucas's eyes narrowed as he happily thought back on other lessons he taught. And there have been so many times I've been saved by the children's innocence as well. Of course, by you when you were my student. Well, at this point he was just being overly nice, I mean. Back then I was so afraid of interacting with anyone else. I even avoided you, Lucas. I'm sure I wasn't exactly a great student, but you were always listening so eagerly to my lessons and sincerely enjoyed them, right? The very few times I attended Lucas's lessons, he remembered them without hesitation. How? There must have been so many others who were good students who left a stronger impression on him. Even if you didn't speak much, I could tell by your expression that you truly enjoyed the lesson of Lucas Proust. To have been able to make one small contribution to the smile of a child that had been hurt by so much slander, that had saved me in so many ways. Lucas, he remembered that although I had my head hung down, it was only during Lucas's lessons I lifted my head up to learn from him. Just how much of a kind person could this man be? He was so kind that I started to feel worried for him. But the me from the past that Lucas remembered and the me in the present are different, at least I hope so. Because right now I was able to look right back up at Lucas, sitting right next to me. I know it's a bit late to say this, but I truly enjoyed learning about so many new things from you. I was now able to face him and tell him directly how I felt. Thank you so much for teaching me the joy of learning, Lucas. I'd like to be able to give the children the same sort of joy too. You can, I'm sure you'll be able to. Even though we had no proof at all, Lucas declared his belief as if it were true. I truly respect you for never blaming others, even though you faced unreasonable circumstances. That is why I hope you will strive to teach and learn so much more, and grow stronger with that kindness of yours. I will aid you on your way as well. I will. Without denying my past, he believed in my growth for the future. I was so happy about his feelings and felt deeply that I could depend on him. I want to become someone who Lucas won't be ashamed to stand beside. Aww. We continued to talk for a while as the sun moved towards one side of the sky. We spent quite a bit of time here. How's your ankle feeling? Let me try standing up. Taking Lucas's hand, I tried to stand up. I was sure I would be fine by now after resting for so long, but... it wasn't as bad as before, but the pain was sharp enough to make me wince. It may get worse if you force yourself to walk on it. Then I'll just take my time heading home, so... Lucas began to speak before I could finish. Let us do this then. Lucas walked out in front of me, and then turned his back to me and crouched down. Lucas? I tilted my head, not sure what he was intending. Watching me as I did, Lucas chuckled with a smile. I will carry you to the orphanage. Once you're there, be sure that Salome takes care of you. Huh? This suggestion was something I couldn't have expected. I can't possibly trouble you that much. Yeah, please don't worry about it. I may not be too strong, but I'm strong enough to carry you home. Lies, Lucas, lies. Everyone knows you're powerful. Too powerful. He just hides it. And also the children in the orphanage are looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. I'm sure they would be saddened if you had to take some time off because your injury worsened. Or is it that you feel uneasy about my taking care of you? No, I couldn't possibly refuse if he asked me with such a sad look on his face. Thoughts of feeling sorry for making him do this for me flashed through my mind over and over. But it would be rude instead to reject his offer after being so nice. Alright, may I ask you to carry me then? Let me down right away if I'm too heavy. Yes, leave it to me. I made my decision. As Lucas's expression quickly returned, I leaned my body against his back. Are you holding on tight? If so, I'll stand up. Yes. After hearing my answer back to him, Lucas slowly stood up. I got a cute picture, yay! Aww. There we go. Are you sure I'm not heavy? Yes, I'm quite alright, so don't worry. He didn't seem to be lying as his body didn't even waver under my weight. In fact, your soul light, it actually makes me a bit worried. Sirs, are you sure you're eating properly every day? Yes, I believe so. I see, I suppose it's simply just how your body is. Oh dear, this sort of talk is very rude coming from me. Is it alright if I start walking? Yes, thank you for this. Lucas began to walk forward, careful about carrying me. This speed should be fine. Tell me right away if your ankle hurts from the shaking, alright? Okay, I grabbed entirely to his shoulders so I wouldn't cause him any trouble by falling. His beautiful back, which almost looked feminine at times, looked so broad. It was very convincing that he was able to support and carry me. We were already so close that I hadn't really noticed it before, but Lucas really is a strong, dependable man on top of being my teacher. Man squeezed his shoulders, shaking in nervousness. So is there something the matter? No, nothing, it's just... I haven't been carried like this since I was little, it's been so long. So I guess I'm just a little nervous. It is true, as one gets older, the chances that you get to be cared for like this become fewer and fewer. Guess that's true, yeah. However, please just imagine yourself as a child again and leave everything to me. I might not be very dependable, but I can at least get you back home. Alright. I couldn't go back to being a child. My heart was racing so fast, feeling Lucas's warmth and voice. With a gentle thud, I leaned my head against Lucas's back, trying to ignore how embarrassed I felt. Lucas continued walking, hardly swaying at all as if caring for a small child, but then he suddenly looked up at the beautiful sky. I wish this peaceful time I spend with you can just continue on. I suppose I just want to be comforted myself sometimes. Aw, that's sweet. Very cute. The tone of his voice felt somewhat lonely. And as we were enveloped in the light of the setting sun as red as the color of my own cheeks, his words disappeared into the air. Yippee! That was cute. Okay, I think we'll end off here and save some more for another video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye! 3, 2, 1, poofos!